Hey, you guys, welcome to the Danger Zone. Lots of love and many blessings your way. Hey, you guys, I wanted to start off including these pictures. We've seen them already, but a few people asked me if I could get them a little closer, so I wanted to throw these out here. Now, that's her pregnant the very first time. This one coming up in the blue dress is her just, 2-3 days ago. Okay, they've been on this tour a week. I wanted to talk about the scam that's going on. I wondered why they didn't hold off since she's having such a hard time. And the reality of it is, you guys, everything they do is, I can't say it enough, methodically planned. Every bit of everything they ever do. There's a scam going on, okay? But let's talk about this real quick. Remember how I had told you guys that people ask me, where do you get this information? Most everything I find is through journalism sites. I have a cousin that works for WBTV, and years ago, not too many ago, he told me how to do things. So that's just what I do. I go on these deep dark journalism sites, and all is exposed if you want to know the truth. And to be honest with you, I've wondered myself, because everything I talk about they're facts. They turn out factual. It's not like I'm making things up or pulling it out of the sky or seeing things the way I want to see them. It is what it is. So just real quick, I wanted to tell you guys that, because I have a lot of people who ask me, where do you get your information? It's spot on. And that's just the way it is. There's a particular site through Tor, and that's what I use. And, well, quite a few of them. But, and I've wondered, like I said, if it's royal servants, these people, get paid for this information, frankly. And, I have to pay to use their site. And that's what I do. So, there, I said it, and I hope I don't have to say it again. But, we talked about how the Queen was not happy, and Meghan was going to be sat down for a while. Well, turns out she sat down. They have sat her down. I guess she's not going to leave because she knows that would really... Where would she go, you guys? Motel 6? She certainly couldn't take her tail and stick it between her legs and go back home to the palace. Those people would be meeting her at the front gate with her bags, I imagine. You don't just stop. I did want to point out the fact that he is absolutely in misery around this chick and her cradled fake belly. You can see the disgust on his face in several of these pictures that they're together while she's cradling her gut. It does seem like they're kind of having like a down low argument of sorts. I don't know. I would hope he was, fussing at her, telling her she looks stupid. But she's always in this picture perfect pregnancy pose. It's so vile. But we know she's a vile person. So we'll get past that. I am not going to beat that horse. It died videos ago. All right, so here we go. But I will say this. He's extremely ecstatic. When he's out on his own, you can totally see it. When she's not with him, it's like Harry is Harry again. Whoever he is, Harry number whatever. He's his old self again. Around her, I think he has to, I don't know. It's very uncomfortable for him, I've noticed. But he's extremely at ease and kind of peaceful. And back to his old self. He's very much a people person. And she is very much a fraud. And so I think without her, he does much better. And he doesn't have to worry about being scolded or whatever by the Queen. But I wanted you to take a look at those pictures while I tell you what this scam's all about. So I knew the timing was a bit off on their tour, especially after announcing her pregnancy, quote unquote. Her surrogate's pregnancy. I felt the tour was in ill taste. I mean, the timing was just rotten. They should have considered whatever, even though they know that she's not really pregnant. But still, to save face and keep up the game to the public, they should have stalled this. But what they do is they have this account. Well, they have several people with their money. The monarch does. And they have ticked Fiji's people off like royally. The political aspect in Fiji right now is in an upheaval because of the timing of their tour. And they have even been, and they were asked, hey, look, can we put that tour off? And I'll tell you a little bit about that. It's because they have a lot of money back in certain areas. Fiji is a lot of seed money they have there. The monarch does. And they have the prime minister, the current one, and I can't say his last name. It's Bainimarama, Rama, whatever. But it's Prime Minister Frank, okay? And he is as dirty, rotten, sneaky, nasty as the Queen herself. And they're very good friends, keep that in mind. So the scam is this. They're already proven popular in Fiji, Harry and Meghan, and hundreds of people lined the roads by the airport to greet the couple when they arrived, right? They were treated to a full red carpet greeting, complete with military salute and national anthem. Robin Nair, who was Fiji's Foreign Affairs Permanent Secretary before he resigned last year, has expressed concern that Prime Minister Frank will take full advantage of the royal couple's visit. With the country's election just less than 3 weeks away, he feels that it will cause, a euphoria and joy created by this visit that will give the incumbent prince or prime minister plenty of photo opportunities where he can paint himself in a positive light. Former government official Raju also criticized the visit. In a letter addressed to the UK High Commissioner to Fiji, Mr. Raju called for the visit to be postponed to a mutually convenient, more appropriate time. Although not everybody was happy with that, the public wasn't, but even the fair politicians wanted that. He went on to say that, I'm sure you would agree privately that the present government has not provided a level playing field for an open and fair election. It looks like the public in Fiji just don't share politicians' concerns. At one of the couple's first public engagements in Fiji, hundreds of locals gathered in the rain to watch as they received the traditional ceremonial welcome. So all they're trying to do is throw off the elections. And it'll totally work. It's mind control at its finest. And they're going to get exactly what they want. They're going to have this Prime Minister Frank reelected. It'll just go as planned, and they get out of there. They have less than a week and a half of royal engagements. The tour will be ending in like a week and a half, and it's not fair. It's not fair, really, to the great, the better of the Fiji population. They don't even realize what's going on. Everything's a cover up, a scandal, and a distraction. If that's not proof how these people operate, I don't know what would be. So here's the other story. The royal people are coming down saying this is a geriatric pregnancy. There's so many women that have children in their late 30s, mid to late 30s, and they're healthy kids for the most part. It's very rare that something devastating happens, but what are they setting people up for? They know that she has a surrogacy or a surrogate carrying this child, but to the public, they're calling this whole ordeal a geriatric pregnancy. What are some of the risks associated with geriatric pregnancies? Premature birth, low birth weight in the baby, stillborn, defects in the baby, chromosomal, I hate that word, labor complications, cesarean section, high blood pressure in the mother, which can lead to a serious condition called preeclampsia, and it can even kill the mother. Gestational diabetes, which sets her up for diabetes later in life, but we know that she's not carrying this child. Why are they saying it's a geriatric pregnancy? I don't understand what they're setting people up for. Some of the risk associated with a geriatric pregnancy and result is death for the mother, or the child, but this is not going to be the case. Are they trying to set it up to where, after the baby, she's gonna be, 6 feet under? What are they trying to do here? I can't even imagine. I can't even picture. When I first seen William and Kate, and I'm just going to ramble 2 seconds. When I first seen William and Kate together, when they were just dating, I could envision her and him having children, and even her making her way out of the hospital like they do to show off the bundle of joy. But I can't even, my mind will not allow me to picture Meghan and Harry standing there with this baby in her arms. They're setting us up for something, and I'm not quite sure what it is. And that's pretty weird. Well, it's not weird. It's them. Anyway, I need to hurry up and get on to the next video because it's crazy. You guys, I'm so glad you were here today. And I will see you real soon, and we'll talk real fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.